everyone, welcome back to our Advanced Word Study series. In this series, we dive into essentials for anyone teaching word study in the intermediate grade. In this video, we're tracking an essential skill for reading success, fluency. As students build fluency, they become more confident, more accurate readers, and most importantly, they're able to focus on comprehension rather than just decoding words. Hi, I'm Melanie. I've been teaching for 20 years. I'm trained and skilled in the science of reading, and I'm a teaching and learning specialist at La Brea Education. I'm here to share my expertise on building fluency with your students. Let me create a scenario for you that will help you see the importance of fluency in reading. Imagine trying to watch a movie where every few seconds the screen pauses, the sound stutters, and you're constantly trying to piece together what's happening. Frustrating, right? Now think about a student's reading without fluency. Each word becomes a hurdle, each sentence a struggle, and by the time they get to the end, the meaning has slipped through their fingers. Fluency is what smooths out that experience. It's the key that lets students go from simply sounding out words to actually enjoying and understanding what they're reading. Today, we're going to unlock this skill by exploring fluency building strategies, from recognizing individual graphemes to reading entire passages with confidence and expression. Think of it as helping our students get to that movie without interruptions experience in reading. By guiding them through these steps, we're not just teaching them to read, we're helping them experience reading as it's meant to be. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about orthographic mapping. Orthographic mapping is the process our brains use to permanently store words in long-term memory. When students can map the sound or phoneme to the corresponding letter or letter pattern, grapheme, quickly and automatically, that word becomes part of their sight word vocabulary. This is what allows students to read words fluently without having to sound them out every time. For example, the word cat. Cat. Then we have a multisyllabic word like fantastic. Fantastic. It's how the same process works, but with longer words. Now let's talk about some practical strategies to promote fluency at different levels. We'll start small with graphemes and work our way up to full passages. Strategies to promote fluency. Graphim Level fluency. At the grapheme level, students need to be able to quickly recognize and say the sound for each letter or letter combination. This includes tricky graphemes like EIGH. A great way to build this fluency is through rapid letter naming drills. This helps build automaticity, so when students see a letter, they can instantly recall its sound. Next is the syllable level fluency. Wiley Blevins has a list of high-frequency syllables that are great to use for this purpose. You can use syllable cards or chunk longer words into syllables and have students read them quickly to build fluency. Think of these syllables like puzzle pieces. Once students recognize them, they can fit them together to read more challenging words. For example, words like condition or mention share the same syllable, shun, which students can spot and read quickly once it's familiar to them. Sentence level fluency. Once students are comfortable with graphemes, syllables, and words, it's time to practice fluency at the sentence level. Short, simple sentences that include high-frequency words or recently taught syllables are a great way to start. For example, the cat sat on the big mat. Help students practice their decoding in a meaningful context. Finally, we move to passage level fluency. This is where all the skills come together. Students read connected text, whether it's a story or informational text, aiming for accuracy, proper phrasing, and expression. Timed, repeated readings are a great strategy here, where students read the same passage multiple times to increase their fluency rate. Now, remember why fluency is so important. It directly impacts comprehension. If students are focused on decoding every word, they won't have the mental energy to think about what they're reading. But when they can read smoothly and automatically, they free up brain power to understand and interpret the text. Fluent readers become strong, confident readers. Thanks for tuning in today. Fluency is the bridge between decoding and comprehension. And by focusing on strategies at each level, from graphemes to passages, you're setting your students up for success. See you in the next video.